What's the secret to your happiness? Is it spending time with loved ones? Or maybe it's the pursuit of wealth or a peaceful life? Today, we're going to dive into some life-changing lessons from the Stoics. You don't need to embrace all their teachings. Just trying out a few can make a big difference in your life. We're talking about real, achievable happiness in 2024. We're bringing you insights from the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, straight from the minds of great thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Their teachings have stood the test of time, offering practical and effective ways to find happiness, fulfillment, and resilience in our modern world. These aren't just ancient theories, they're time-tested strategies that can help you navigate today's challenges and find a deeper sense of joy. Let's explore how their experiences and insights can be applied to your life today. But first, I would like to ask you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. 1. Cease doubting. You know, sometimes doubt can feel like that unexpected guest who just won't leave our thoughts alone. But here's something to think about. It's not really about getting rid of doubt entirely. Instead, it's about learning how to handle it with a kind of cool-headed wisdom. Take the Stoics, for example. They definitely had their fair share of self-doubt, but they were pretty good at redirecting those feelings. Look at Marcus Aurelius. He was a big shot, an emperor, yet he managed to balance running an empire with some serious self-reflection. His trick wasn't to push doubt away, but rather to question it. He'd ask himself, is this thought helping me be a better person? Is it making my life better or worse? That's a pretty good lesson for us. When doubt pops up, don't just shove it aside. Ask it these kinds of questions, and you might just turn it into a tool for self-improvement. It's kind of funny, though, how we tend to make a mountain out of a molehill when it comes to our doubts, while the answers are often simpler than we think. Aurelius once said that our lives are shaped by our thoughts. That's not just poetic. It's like a practical guidebook. Imagine you're about to start something new or take up a hobby. Doubt whispers in your ear, telling you you're not good enough. That's when you flip the script. Acknowledge the doubt, then challenge it with memories of times you've succeeded in the past, even in small ways. This little act of self-belief can be the first step towards real peace of mind. Remember, it's not about never having doubts. It's about believing in yourself despite them. 2. Ponder on your existence. Have you ever been in the middle of binge-watching your favorite show on Netflix or HBO and suddenly thought, is this really all there is to my life? You know, you don't have to go climb a mountain to have a deep moment of self-reflection. It can be as simple as taking a moment during your morning tea to really think about some big questions, like, what gets you out of bed every morning? Or why do you do the things you do? Think of your life as a story. Would it be a page-turner, or would it put you to sleep before you even got through the first chapter? It's important to remember, this kind of thinking isn't about beating yourself up. It's more about honest soul-searching. If your life was a YouTube video, would you give it a thumbs up or just scroll past it? Remember, you're the one in charge of your journey. It's totally in your hands to make your life story an epic one. Now, let's talk about your dreams and goals. Not the weird ones like showing up to work in your pajamas, but the real deep-down dreams you have. Have you pushed them aside and let them collect dust? It's time to bring them back to life. Break them down into smaller steps, kind of like items on your daily to-do list. If you can make charging your phone every night a habit, you can definitely take small steps towards your big goals every day. Your life story is yours to write. Make it one that you'd be excited to tell others about. Focus on the things you can actually change or influence. Dear viewers, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. 3. Embrace what lies within your power. Life can be pretty unpredictable, and sometimes it feels like a real challenge. But there's this neat trick to staying calm. Focus on the things you can control. It's like being a gamer. You can't control how the game is designed or what other players do, but you can definitely work on your own skills. In life, it's all about paying attention to your actions, thoughts, and how you see the world. These are your real tools for getting through tough times. Take Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher. He got exiled, which most people would see as a huge setback. But Seneca, he didn't freak out. Instead, he dove into his writing and thoughts, really working on his inner self. This wasn't him giving up. It was a smart move to focus on what he could actually influence. The stuff he wrote during that time, it's still admired today, showing just how powerful it can be to put your energy where it counts. This idea has been around for ages, and it's still super relevant. There's this saying often linked to Epictetus, another Stoic thinker: some things are up to us and some are not. Epictetus really got that he couldn't control everything. He put his energy into his own thoughts and how he reacted to things. By following this kind of philosophy, we can find not just happiness, but also a sense of fulfillment and strength, especially when life gets rough. Remember, it's not about trying to stop the storm. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. 4. Be kind to others. Being kind to others is kind of like that old saying, what goes around comes around. Think about throwing a small pebble into a calm pond. The ripples it creates spread far and wide, reaching places the pebble itself could never get to. That's pretty much how acts of kindness work. Every little thing you do to be nice, whether it's holding the door open for someone or just sharing a smile, sends out these ripples of positivity into the world. It's not about doing big grand gestures all the time. It's the little acts of kindness in our everyday lives that really count. When you brighten someone else's day, you're also lighting up your own path, sometimes without even realizing it. And here's something to remember. The kindness you show to others might come back to you, but not always in ways you'd expect. It's like a boomerang of goodwill. You might see it return in a grateful smile from someone, or a helping hand when you least expect it. This isn't about keeping score of who did what for whom. It's about understanding that our actions help build a kinder, more joyful world. Seneca, a really wise guy when it came to kindness, said it best. Wherever there is a human, there is a chance for kindness. He didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk, living a life filled with acts of kindness, often helping others without waiting for anything in return. His life is a reminder that real happiness doesn't come from what we own, but from how generous we are. 5. Be mindful. Have you ever tried juggling too many things at once and ended up not finishing any of them? Life can be a lot like that. When we try to handle everything all at once, we often end up neglecting most of it. The trick is to focus on fewer things, but give them your full attention. It's not about how many tasks you have, but how deeply you're involved in each one. Choose a few things that really matter to you and pour your heart and soul into them. This focused approach does more than just improve your skills. It brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and achievement. Simplifying your life isn't about having less, it's about treasuring more of what's truly important. Cut down your to-do list to the bare essentials, kind of like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble to reveal a beautiful statue. Let go of the unnecessary stuff in your life to focus on your main goals. This mindset leads to action, and action brings peace. By concentrating on a few key objectives, you can put your energy where it really counts, making every effort meaningful. Marcus Aurelius, a great Roman emperor, once said to focus every minute on doing what's in front of you with sincere and earnest effort, and to do it gracefully, joyfully, and justly. He wasn't just the ruler of an empire. He was incredibly good at managing his time and focus. He chose his priorities wisely and acted with intention. In our search for inner peace, let's take a page out of his book. By doing less, but doing it better, we open ourselves up to a world of mastery and tranquility. So let's narrow our focus to broaden our impact. 6. Cease craving external praise. Let's take a quick pause and think about what makes us truly content. It's kind of like stumbling upon a book you forgot you had in your own library. It was always there, but the moment you find it, your whole day feels more meaningful. That's what contentment is all about. It's finding joy in the little things, like a warm cup of tea, a note from a loved one, or watching the sunrise. When you start noticing and appreciating these small moments, life starts to feel richer and more complete. Contentment isn't about waiting for big, life-changing events. It's about enjoying the simple, everyday things. So how can you get better at feeling content? One easy way is to keep a reflective journal. Each night, jot down one thing that brought you joy or something meaningful you achieved that day. This practice helps shift your focus from what you're missing to what's right there in your life. And the more you look for reasons to be content, the more you'll find them. Seneca, the philosopher, had a great take on this. He said that being rich isn't about having a lot of stuff, but about needing less. He found real depth in living a simple life, focusing on what he had, not what he lacked. His lesson for us? In 2024, let's work on fostering contentment by recognizing and valuing the abundance in our lives. By doing this, we open the door to peace and fulfillment. Remember, it's not about chasing happiness, it's about letting contentment bring happiness to you. 7. Empower your spirit. Oh, the chase for external validation. It's like chasing a mirage, always just out of reach. Stoicism, which is still pretty relevant today, gives us a solid guide on this. Let's be honest, we all like a pat on the back from others now and then. But the Stoic twist is all about looking for validation from within, not from others. Think of your dignity as a fortress. Why would you hand over the keys to someone else? So how do you stop this endless search for approval? Start by recognizing your own achievements, no matter how small. Made your bed this morning? That's a win. Appreciate these little victories. They really add up. It's like building mental strength where you're your own coach and cheerleader. Next time you're craving a round of applause or a bunch of likes on social media, take a moment to ask yourself, am I doing this for me or just for the digital high fives? Stoic wisdom tells us that your own opinion of yourself is what really matters. Strive to do things that make you proud, not for the applause, but for your own self-respect. This is about retraining your brain to seek self-approval rather than external validation. It's like simplifying your mind, less worrying about what others think, and more space for your own growth. It's not about not caring about others, it's about being true to yourself. Shifting to this mindset isn't just liberating, it's empowering. 8. Mirth more. Embracing more laughter in life isn't just a fun idea. It's actually a key part of living a calm and contented life, something even the Stoics figured out. Take Chrysippus, a Stoic philosopher who, according to legend, laughed himself to death. While that's definitely an extreme case, it points to a deeper truth. Laughter is serious business. It helps lighten our burdens and offers a fresh perspective on our challenges. Imagine seeing the little mishaps in life, like spilling your tea, through a lens of humor. Instead of getting annoyed, you chuckle at the quirky timing of life. That right there is Stoicism in action, reminding us that not everything needs a serious reaction. So how can you add more laughter to your everyday life? It's simpler than you might think. Start by looking for the funny side of daily situations. Stuck in a traffic jam? It's the perfect time to listen to your favorite comedy podcast. Had a tough day? Share the day's funny moments with friends. This isn't about ignoring the complexities of life, but about choosing to view them with a lighter heart. This approach is a classic Stoic move. Control what you can, like how you see things and how you react, and let go of what you can't. Laughter is something that brings us all together, making our shared journey a bit brighter. So when you come across something funny, pass it on. Be the person who brings smiles to others. Your laughter sets off a ripple effect, touching lives in ways you might not even see. That's the essence of Stoicism, finding inner balance and spreading it around. It's not just about enduring life stoically, but enjoying it with full-hearted joy. So go ahead, laugh more. It's not just good for your soul, it's a wisdom that echoes through the ages. Thank you for watching, friends. We recommend you to watch more of our videos. Head over to our channel, we have a lot of interesting content.